What's up everyone? Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Before we begin, make sure to hit the like and subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon. We're posting 4 videos every day, so make sure to check back every single day. We're aiming for 20k subscribers and get a deal in the description if you haven't already. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. What's up guys, so just before we begin, make sure to hit the subscribe and bell icon. People aren't seeing our content and that's probably because you haven't hit the bell. Thank you again for all your support. We're so proud of the amazing community that we've built. So we're just taking a look at Chainlink here, and as we can see, it does look as though it has been forming up very similarly to a lot of other big top cryptos like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polygon, VeChain, etc, etc. A lot of the larger market cap cryptos have essentially been forming up like this, where they've had this A, B, C correction like this, and we're currently in the midst of potentially, bottoming out / a relief rally going into October, which is typically, a much more bullish month. Obviously, September's been pretty damn bearish in general, and you can see we've created a little bit of resistance that we're stuck under, looking something like this, haven't we? Potentially as well with a kind of, that descending wedge that we've seen for a lot of cryptos, a lot of the larger cryptos forming up in this kind of descending wedge pattern. Maybe something like this, or potentially something like this as well, where we had this previous level of resistance and hopefully we can flip it into support like this and then get that continuation for that higher low. We've got that higher high, higher low, and then if we get the bounce, we get the higher low as well, and then the higher high again. We'll be looking at a nice little, next leg up for Chainlink, because obviously we had this really nice rally off the bottom, didn't we? And now it looks as though potentially we're also forming something like this, where we've got this large potential pennant looking something like this with a massive breakout target. Obviously it doesn't form up that nicely on Chainlink itself, but there are a lot of cryptocurrencies where this kind of pennant formation is actually forming up really nicely, and it seems quite likely in our opinion that as we continue to coil towards a kind of apex point for a lot of cryptos, we could be looking for a bounce. But obviously for Chainlink, we've got this descending wedge here, just in a similar way that we did have here. Big descending wedge, lower lows and lower highs, but then once we broke out and then retested that previous resistance as support, we did get the bounce to the upside, obviously getting back above the EMAs to test them as support as well. But now that we've lost our EMAs, we've been rolling over looking for a bit of support, and if we throw the fib retracement tool on here, you'll probably get a decent idea of some of the levels that we are actually looking at here. If we just throw this on like this, you can see some of the levels that we have actually been contesting with. Obviously support here, resistance, support. We lost support, but we went down to the good old 55 moving average. We come back up, resistance, come all the way back down, support all the way here, back up to resistance, lost support, and we're currently chopping it up in and around, what is this, the 038? Basically, we've been rolling over in a little bit of a downtrend here. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. And if we do get that lower low again, continuing downwards inside of our falling wedge, then obviously we're just going to continue to the downside. But the further down that we do continue to come, obviously falling wedges are typically a bullish reversal pattern. And if we do start to come up and test the top of this range, then we could be looking at a little bit of a bounce for Chainlink in our opinion. And I mean, when you look at this chart in general, it looks as though on the daily time frame that we're actually gaining momentum to the downside. But if you check out the hourly time frame, there's quite a few bullish divergences in here all over the place. There's obviously one here. We've also got one here, and you can see obviously with the histogram as well, loads of bullish divergences all over the place. And it does look as though we've come down and we're currently, chopping it up at the bottom, potentially waiting for that relief rally, which we are seeing for some cryptos. So obviously Chainlink currently at around $23.50. Obviously things aren't ideal right now, but short-term price predictions, if we do roll over, you obviously expect probably to lose this level at the 038, in which case you probably come back down to the bottom of this falling wedge that we are starting to see here, coming down to maybe around that $20 psychological area before getting a bounce. But if we do come back up to the top of this channel here, start to break out this resistance at around $25 and retest it as support, we're obviously targeting some of these higher fib levels, that $26.50 level. We've obviously got the 618 as well coming in at around $30, $31. And overall, if we're taking a look at our fib retracement here, we can see if we're looking at heading to the top of this channel, we've been trading in for Chainlink essentially for the past almost 3 years. We're probably looking at $100, $150 for Chainlink by the end of the bull run. So That's it, guys. We'd like to thank everyone so much for their support. If you've got any questions or suggestions, please leave them down below, and don't forget to subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon, to stay up to date with the 4 videos that we post every single day. Remember, if you want to support the channel more directly and get a ton of benefits and insight, as well as joining our growing community, consider the Patreon or YouTube membership down below. You can also sign up to our free Telegram via the description as well. All the links are in the description for affiliate links for discounts and free crypto, so go check them all out below. There's plenty of goodness on offer. Please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalists.